Hello, we're here again with the best middleweight in America, Michael Wisham. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
It's a pleasure to meet you again, JJ. Especially after today's event, it was great to wrestle you again. But my name is Michael Wisham. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but I do represent Shogeki in Houston. Can't see my belt name, but it's on there. But yeah, it's good to be here again.
We're not just naked.
Yeah, we're not just naked under here. And this is my little brother Cliff.
So, Mike is probably he is the future of middleweight. I have him now, but I won't have him for long. I know it. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I feel it. I feel the strength. I see the determination, and I see the passion. Why did you start doing sumo?
Don't laugh when I tell you this, but believe it or not, I got into it because I read it in a manga.
Which manga?
Hinamaru Sumo. It's the only sumo wrestling, the only other sumo wrestling manga. And I think there's 2 or 3 of them.
There's a lot.
There's really?
There's a lot.
I didn't know that. I know that there's an anime one.
There's a Rudy. What is it? Rude something or another, where the guy's just an asshole. It's really good.
Well, yeah, I read it in a manga, and the main character in that manga is 5'1", and he was dominating in middle school, with the exception of a few people. They referred to him all as national treasures, and they were essentially nationally ranked opponents among each other. And Hinamaru being just 5'1", I figured if he can be 5'1" and compete and make it to the pros and get into the top division of pros, with some hard work, I can make it there too.
Do you watch pro sumo at all?
Yeah.
Who do you think Hinamaru is? Like, everybody has their theory. Everybody has their theory, but there's always a guy that's kind of like Hinamaru. Who do you think that is?
I think he just recently debuted in the Juryo division. His name is Kiho. You'll see him training with the old former Yokozuna Hakuho show at Miyagi-No stable. And I think he's the closest thing to Hinamaru after the time skip.
Okay, all right. Oh my God, you're deep because you do the time skip and everything. So you're manga over anime?
I like both because both have their own twists. The anime would cut out a lot, but the manga shows everything. And it shows more of the training scene, which is what really motivates me.
Are you English, dubbed, or sub?
I start off with dub, catch up to it, finish it with sub, then switch over to manga.
See that, Joe Poncero? It's valid. It's valid. You can do both. I don't understand Japanese. Sometimes I just want to hang out and listen to stuff. Thank you. So, what keeps you doing sumo?
This guy right here, actually. Come here. There's another person around on the back side of the camera. Back up. She's been with me doing sumo since I made the declaration to the world that I'm going to take over the sumo world. And she's been here with me ever since, watching me train, feeding me, taking care of my itinerary. Something I hate doing. Hate taking care of itinerary. I don't want to look at it. I just give her the money and say, hey, make it happen. So, yeah, starting it is part of them is a huge influence, but I always wanted to participate in sports. I always liked martial arts.
Yeah.
I tried teaching myself boxing, but then I twisted my ankle, so I had to stop.
That's fair.
So then, right after I healed, I got into sumo. I'm like, you know what? I can do that. And the rest is history.
All right. So we talked about why you do sumo, why you continue doing sumo. Now it's the ones and twos. I'm going to do a one shot to you, and I just want you to sell sumo. I want you to talk about why you should do sumo or not do sumo. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. If you just want to talk shit and say, hey, you're going to end up walking around like JJ all broken after I basically beat his ass, that's cool too. That's 100% fine. Whatever you want to say. I did beat him though.
Oh, yes, I have officially faced JJ 3 consecutive times, and unfortunately, I lost all 3 times. But unfortunately, I do stay way in Louisiana, so I have no training partners. But one thing about sumo is it's a sport where anything can happen. I've wrestled my girlfriend, and even in practice session, she's gotten me with a overarm throw out of nowhere, and she's smaller than me. Well, we weigh the same, but physically, she's like 4 inches taller than me, and you just caught me and threw me over your shoulder? Because a loss is a loss in my opinion, but at the end of the day, that still takes a lot of skill. Anything can happen. And with it being an open weight sport, it's just a certain charm to seeing a smaller guy beat a bigger guy, and vice versa. Because even though it's sumo, it's still a mixed martial arts. There's thrusting, there's throws, there's grabs, all types of holds. JJ here is very, very capable of the throws and holds, something I'm not capable of because I stick prioritizing to striking and forward movement. But with it being a type of sport where anything can happen, it's just a certain charm to it that you just have to appreciate.
Bring yourself down to San Diego and we'll work some stuff. All right?
Hey.
I open my doors to you anytime and every time. You want to come out early before the SoCal Open and work, you want to work for a week, I'll request the time off and we'll get some work in. All right? So I'm always down. I'm always down. Give me some, brother. MJ, come and sit down.
What?
Yes, right. So, behind every great, strong man, there's a stronger and better woman. And that person is you.
Yes.
Go ahead and talk about what it's like starting your sumo journey.
I'm gonna say this. So I do practice with Mike sometimes. I'm great with my Shikos, my Shirayashis, all of that. They have been pressuring me to compete. They look at me and they're like, "Oh, you're doing so great. You're doing so great. You should compete." I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a little nervous going against some of these pros, but I just know that I just got to get out there and give it my all. And so I'm still contemplating competing in SoCal, but if I keep going for it and just keep practicing, y'all probably see me in a belt. Y'all probably see me, so I don't know. But it's interesting, especially when everybody around you is doing it. So it's exciting. It's exciting. Anything can happen. I'm big, but there's somebody always bigger than me. So
This was magical. I love a two-parter full of love. And they love, and I love them. Bring it in.